And I said, don't come on the show then, you little shit.
Yeah.
You asshole. And that's why Kevin's not here.
Doesn't deserve it.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show.
I'm finding spider bites all over my body.
Oh no. Oh no.
Start.
I have been finding spider bites all over my body. Dude, what the fuck? Like big gross ones or what?
The bites, I didn't know. I don't know. They're pretty, they itch. They itch a little bit. And so I'm finding them like, it's almost like they are on my pants and then they crawl up and get into my like fold of almost where the underwear is. Like it's around my waistline. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like, and so because
some of those spiders that don't ask for permission.
They don't ask questions.
Yeah, they don't ask any questions.
There's no consent from these spiders.
No, consentless spiders.
And so are you? I have so many questions now because of the waistline part.
Don't worry, I've got the one answer. Bed
Okay.
bugs. Sorry, you got bed bugs.
Oh, it's bed bugs. Are bed bug bites itchy?
Bed bug bite?
Do you think I have bed bugs?
I hope not. But I've now put that in your head and you'll never sleep again.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait. But why? What makes you think? Well, hold on.
What does a bed bug bite?
Because spider bites have the two little holes. Do you have two little holes?
Unless you get one of those hillbilly spiders. Just got the one.
That one tooth, yeah. I was gonna go get me I was gonna eat me a fly, but I thought this guy's tasty waistline was just calling my name.
These don't seem to be bed bug bites.
Give me some of that blood.
Yeah. Let's go get some of that premium blood.
I'm glad you guys are having fun with this. I really am.
Elliot, you have premium blood. What can we say, man?
What can we say, man?
I can't say shit. I can't do anything.
Anyway,
hopefully.
This is probably the last time Joe and I will be on speaking terms for a little while.
Because of his facial hair?
Because of his fish oil?
Because of his facial hair?
Because of his facial hair?
Because of that fish oil he's been selling you?
Yeah. Joe, for our audio listeners, Joe does have the handlebar mustache going right now, and it's pretty beautiful.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing going on. He's got his Steven Stills kind of.
You know what I'd much rather have? I'd like the little twirlies, the little twisty. But I don't seem to do that. So
you got to get the wax, right? Don't you have to get?
I guess. So I want the handy beads.
Wait, so is it all connected?
Oh yeah, baby.
It's all connected and it's not great. Because my thing is like, so I can do the twirl.
See, I want the twirl.
Yeah.
Because see, it's not connected.
Mine's not connected.
It just grows off the sides.
Yeah, you got the twirl.
I'm glad to know you're not connected either, Steve. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, I mean, but some of us are connected and some of us are not connected.
Well, I can do it with my pubes.
That's awesome.
My pubes are just long. It's like a horse's mane.
Next week, Joe and I are fighting. We're going head to head in fantasy football.
Oh shit!
Dude, our alphaness is alpha-ing.
Yeah.
Are you worried?
What I've enjoyed so far, because I got Joe. We needed another team. We got Joe involved, but Joe is already more engaged and saying funnier things in the group chat than most people, and it's pretty great.
Oh,
okay.
Come on, guy.
Do you think that gives him an advantage?
I think it's almost. I'm worried. I'm like, I hope. Last time, this is our second time doing this, and the first time, like, no one trash talked at all. So I'm hoping this time we trash talk more, because isn't that the point of fantasy football?
It can be. I'll try my best. I will try to be that guy for you, because in my other league, I'm also the person I'm the little beta boy that doesn't trash talk. I'm like, I want my friends to like me. But that's a different YouTube league. That's got so we got like Phil DeFranco, we got Aaron Massey, Klitzner, just Steve Green,
Is Brett Register in there?
Brett's in it. So that's kind of like my old school one that I've been in for 14 fucking years, which is crazy.
And so you're in a new one now.
Now I'm in another YouTube league with Elliot and Grace and Mimri and Tyler and
Oakley.
Chip. And who else?
Yeah.
Here I am.
So for our audio listeners, Steve just brought up a photo of Gallagher, the comedian.
No, that's David Crosby.
That's
Famous.
pretty sure that's Gallagher.
That's the watermelon guy.
I feel like Joe
That's
can
the
do
watermelon
this
guy.
face.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is.
That's like what you posted on Instagram too. It just brings joy to you. I don't know how you can not feel joy when you look at Joe's face.
Well, when you do
Right
it like that too, like when you that's yeah.
That shit-eating grin.
It feels like the mustache is smiling with you.
Yeah, it's a thing. It doesn't look real. It looks like I'm in a stage play and they just slapped it on my face with that shitty spirit gum.
It would be hard for me to have you be angry at me with that facial hair.
My kids and none of them accept me when I do this. They
When
all,
you're yeah.
to a T, all three of them on their own when they saw me, they go, no,
I love that. They were not having it.
no,
They didn't like it in a fun way or anything.
not at all. They all
Did you
hate
smile at him with that stupid smile? There you go.
Do you think there will be an age that you could do that and someone in your family, it was your son, your daughter, would be like, that's hilarious, Dad. Good job.
when the boy is able to rival me with the facial hair. We'll see if he can, little pussy.
Drag him.
Then I think he'll understand. He'll go, oh, I get it, and then he'll understand the irony of it.
Yeah.
And do you think he's gonna have those genes? He'll get that facial hair.
He's mine. So I don't know if I've ever had an unironic mustache. I don't know if I've ever had one where I was like, I
This
just
looks
want a
cool.
mustache. I think it's a thing that I like. I always do it for jokesies and fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be, right? Because whatever.
Yeah.
You
It's art.
you only live once. Have fun with your facial hair.
Wait, hold up. What the fuck did you just say?
Oh no, Joe.
What did you say?
Joe, you didn't know?
You only live, excuse me, what?
Joe, you didn't know?
Joe.
Didn't know what?
Joe, you only live one time.
Oh, babe!
Uh-oh. Joe.
Oh, no.
Joe?
Oh, we gotta change our plans, babe.
Joe? We got
Oh, no.
What kind of plans did you have that need to
Turns
change
out
now?
we should have been saving money.
I guess we're not going inside that volcano I've always dreamed of going in.
Waking up at 35 years old
I
and
want to go
learning you only live once.
What are we gonna do?
I love that.
What am I gonna do? I'm blurry for some reason.
What?
Two things. I have two things. One, did you guys get the email from Tenet Media regarding our pro-Russian ad placement in the middle of our podcast for which they're paying us $100,000 a week? I CC'd you.
What?
Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Tell
Do you know
me
who this
about
is, Steve?
what? No, what happened?
Oh, man.
So are you familiar? You're familiar with Tim Pool. You watch him most days.
Oh yeah, he's on my TV right now.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, he sells those Tim Pool inspirational quotes on the on the board.
Yeah.
Both on the board.
Yeah.
The disc board.
Yeah, I totally sell those.
Yeah, I know you do. Like he does he knits them.
Mm-hmm.
It's crochet. It's crochet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Knitting
Sorry.
is for old ladies
And cucks.
and cucks.
And cucks.
Wait, I need to know what you're talking about.
Steve's LLC is just called And Cucks LLC.
Yeah. You can't reveal that.
So it was a little story where Department of Justice unsealed an indictment in which certain prominent right-wing figures were named as having taken funds, supposedly, allegedly, funds that were from Russia, in order to try to get them to spread divisive or pro-Russian propaganda.
Oh, and so there's a paper trail.
Yeah, and it's quite fun to
Some would
watch.
say.
So directly. So this is proof.
Well,
I guess-
hold up.
Proof
That's
that
true.
Russians. Okay.
It may not be proof because
Okay.
every single one of them claim ignorance and that they're victims and that they didn't know that they were being paid from Russia.
Mm.
$100,000 per week.
I
And
love
they
Russia.
didn't.
I love Russia. Russia good.
I love
Russia.
Russia.
I love Russia. Russia,
Wait,
please.
so if we say we love Russia, we'll get $100,000 a week?
I think we have to have people listening to us. But if you combine those two things,
So what if we tweeted out that we are now exclusively talking about Russia?
Well, see, I think that's the thing. I think we have to be a little bit more nuanced than that. I think we have to be more like Kamala bad.
yeah.
Oh, we have to go. Oh, we have to go full. We have to go full
It's subtle.
scab.
Oh, Ukraine is the problem. Do it. We're good. We're good at that.
Okay,
But
we could shift gears to pro-Russia propaganda.
Oh yeah, this is an automatic car we're on. It will go
Oh.
straight to Russia. All roads lead to Russia.
Absolutely, I've never been. I'd love to visit.
Sounds
What
amazing.
you have to do is you have to drive through Ukraine to get there, but that's technically still Russia. And
There you
should-
go. That's true.
You know, that's Russia's land.
Is
So-
it Russia where Tetris comes from?
Yeah, it is.
Well, that now I'm in. That's all I needed.
My favorite thing about Tim Pool is that I bet you when he takes off that fucking hat finally, he will be just as bald and have the same exact fucking birthmark as Gorbachev, but it'll be bigger. It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a sad man. He's a sad man. His cadence does something to me on a deep soul level that I can't really articulate. It's very difficult. I don't know if it's because I see something of my old self in it, of that kind of like that kind of like that kind of too much.
People love that. People love that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
The
People love
second,
being squawked at like a bird.
the second thing I gotta talk to you guys about this. I need you to watch it because it's called Chimp Crazy. Have you guys?
Dude, I've been told to watch this and I have not watched
You-
it yet.
It's
Wait. Did you say chimp crazy?
Chimp.
Okay. No, never heard.
so it is Tiger King, but for chimps.
Oh, so this isn't a viral video. This is a show.
Yeah.
This is a multiple part, at least
Docuseries.
docuseries on HBO Max, and it's
And-
about arguably the craziest person I've seen in quite some time, and it also it's traumatizing as a show because it talks about, like, for one, it's unbelievable that people own these animals. You shouldn't be able to own.
I think
a
about that
chimpanzee.
all the time. Is that
Yeah.
what it's about? It's about like owning exotic animals in a way and being like, we shouldn't own them.
Exactly, and like breeding them, and
And
it
it's
goes into-
chimpanzees. It's chimpanzees.
and all
and-
sorts of, mostly chimpanzees are the big
But there's
ones.
other apes too.
Mostly monkeys. Those are the only big ones.
Because I think about it all the time. Because you see them on TikTok, people who own little monkeys and
Yeah,
chimps and stuff.
she goes into like all the clients that she has, like football players and people like all over the world who just are like, I want a monkey.
There's no
That's so
part
crazy.
of me that has ever been like, other than maybe when I was a child for like 5 minutes, where I would want a monkey.
To
Well, but
own
the
it?
thing
No.
is like you see it and you're like, oh, but that would be so cute. And they're wearing little diapers, and you're like, well, I don't have to worry about them shitting all over the place or throwing their shit at me or at my wife or at my.
When I see a monkey
Mailman.
in a diaper, I'm like, oh my God, I'd have to change that diaper.
Well,
I'd have
that's
to
true,
wipe that
but
shit off of its hairy ass.
But that's the
Like,
that's
no.
that's the thing. Like I battle this concept because I battle it on a daily basis because I'm like, well, animals. I would love an animal. I would love a dog or a cat or something. Some normal domesticated, animal. But they piss and shit, Joe. They piss and shit, and that's just a fact of life. So if you want like a monkey, you want a chimpanzee. Obviously, it's gonna piss and shit. So it's like we're already matching a lot of these categories of like a domesticated pet, but with monkeys, that's the thing. It's like, Joe, I agree with you. As an adult, you're like it doesn't go past the thought of, look at this cute little thing. Wouldn't that be so cute to have as your little friend? And then like 3.5 seconds into that thought, you're like, oh, but it'll rip my nose off.
Right.
Well, you were going to say ass first.
Well, I was gonna say scrotum. It'll rip my scrotum out.
It'll rip all of those things. And
it'll use my scrotum like a little bowl, and all the blood will be delivered into it, and it'll just suck it up in front of my face.
That was the scariest part of Nope.
So, okay, so full circle. So that is exactly what they go into. For
oh my
one,
God, I need to watch this.
they don't go into Nope, but I was like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, babe, this is Nope. I was like, remember when we watched Nope? And Grace, of course, has no recollection of any movie that she's ever seen. So she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, the chimp scene in Nope. I was like, remember the chimp scene? And then there's that woman that is based on a true story that they go into about
the woman got her face ripped off. Yeah,
named Travis, because a woman went to grab a little Tickle Me Elmo, and the chimp loved Tickle Me Elmo and thought that, you know, the playing with it was not the thing, and completely it shows like the 911 call, not a 911 call. That's a different one. You do that every year just as part of a tradition.
That'd be a horrible editing choice.
Yeah, very odd. They just put 911. And so it's traumatizing. But also, in addition to the ripping your stuff off, she tells stories about how she would like walk in front of this chimp, and the chimp would like just be jerking off to her, like would wait till she came in and would like do it under the covers, and like
tried to hide it
about it. Yeah, tried to hide it, like because I think it knew it wasn't.
That's the stuff we aren't told on TikTok. That's the stuff you don't read about. Is that they're probably constantly masturbating, constantly pissing and shitting. They're little pervert, constantly humping things and
they'll rip your face off.
I legitimately might feel more comfortable with a domesticated, like, tiger.
Maybe.
Whoa.
I get nervous watching those where it's just guys like, I'm going to hug my big tiger.
And they're there and they're like big cats and they're like, oh, yeah, I love it.
That makes me feel less anxious than being...
Why? That's crazy.
I know, dude.
Because tigers and lions are predators.
You know what I think it is? Probably is that we also inherently know the evil that's inside of us as humans. I don't trust humans.
Right.
But the evil,
next closest thing, the chimp.
But the evil inside of animals is even less like connected to any kind of
baby.
But no, man, animals just turn on a dime. Like chimpanzees, and I would like to see a statistic between chimpanzees and like tiger, like domesticated like animals, you know?
I'm saying both are dumb.
But you feel safer with a tiger.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't feel that.
I feel like there's like I mean, I get it. I don't know which one would be. I think it would be more dangerous to be around a chimp. And there's something about a big cat that has like, there's an ingrained cuddliness thing where you're like, oh man, if that is a cool, like, I'd love to nuzzle a little head of a tiger. That'd be the most incredible thing. Yeah, whereas with a chimpanzee, it's like, hey.
So it's kind of like,
and nothing against them. They can do whatever they want. They're amazing.
But I think that comes down to like, would you rather because if one or the other animal snaps, the survival rate of each is probably vastly different, right?
I think,
but it's like with a monkey, with a chimpanzee, there's a chance of survival, but you're gonna be like, you need skin grafts all over your face.
Exactly.
And with a tiger, it's like that's that. If it snaps, you're done for.
Yeah, like they'll go for the jugular naturally, like that's their go-to. So you're gonna bleed out and you're gonna die, but the monkey will rip off your face and shove it up your butt, and then go back to playing,
and then start masturbating.
Guys, okay. This is Bubbles. This is my chimp Bubbles. Look,
that's a great name. Is that in relation to any other animal that was named that?
No, one of a kind. So Bubbles. Bubbles is a very, very docile, very good pet. He's got a kink. You need to watch out for Bubbles' kink.
He's so cute, though.
His kink is like, does something funny with a banana? Well, kinda. He'll rip your face off, shove it up your ass, and then masturbate.
Mm-hmm. How do you he would get my whole face into my ass?
He's done it many times.
With precision.
That's just Bubbles, baby.
We're not trying to yell here, okay? Kink. So we're gonna let kinks be kinks, And
We
I'll
can't
say,
kink shame. We can't kink shame.
you just gotta watch out for it. He'll rip off your face, shove it up your ass, and masturbate.
And how many times has he done that for you to know that that's a warning?
53.
God damn.
It's a shame. It's a lot of people.
I just think chimpanzees are cute but it's the same thing with like babies. Like human babies. Like they're cute and it's like, look at this cute little human baby, but they don't tell you all the gross, disgusting shit that they do. Like no one talks about that kind of stuff. So when they talk about like the chimpanzees like being a cute pet or whatever, or trying to, because I'm sure that business is based off of getting chimpanzees into people's homes. So they don't want to like have all the gross shit out there.
I don't think it's an official LLC.
No, but it's like if you're a football player and you have more money than you could ever do with, and they're like, and they have their person call up and go like, I want a monkey. Do they go like, okay, what's the process? Like, do they show you the process?
It's Facebook.
Wow.
And they'll like DM and
just DM them.
She would be like, I have this going on. I just got this in. And then all the comments. And then she'll get calls on her phone that are like, please keep us updated on any new exotics you get.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
but is there like I wonder if there's like okay, just so you know, they jack off a lot. And they do that. Like, do they warn you of all these like things? I wonder.
I haven't gotten that far in the process yet, but
the other fun thing is to think like, oh, you keep going to football player, which is interesting. I didn't know that was the stereotype. It's not the football player that has to deal with it. It's the poor personal assistant that has no choice in the matter. And the guy's just like, I'm gonna go play my game. Watch the monkey.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like even with like dogs, right? Like people who have like those little purse dogs, but they have like a personal trainer. They have someone that they could just like hand it off to go like, oh, it's got to poop. Go take care of that. So it's like they only get the fun times with the dog, or they want the cute times or the accessory times.
Steve should bring up what this woman looks like.
Okay.
Not to whatever, but it'll tell you a lot about kind of what's going on. And also there is a scene where she is getting like lip injections, and it's the scene, you gotta watch it. The scene goes,
I gotta watch it.
It's a wonderful scene where as she's talking, the guy doing the doctor or technician, whatever, doing her lips is massaging the injections of her lips the whole time.
Oh, wow.
He's wearing a backwards baseball cap while like going like this, and they're talking about like the chimps and stuff to like her.
She's talking while he's massaging her lips.
Yeah, because she's like, I want him to look plump, and she needs help, but
so she's very much like Joe Exotic or whatever that guy's name was.
Very much like maybe a little more like a childlike thing. Yeah, there she is.
Whoa.
Now that is a woman that I would say for sure owns. That is an awesome photo though. Like I love that where that is.
Good.
Looks like she's smuggling monkeys.
Smuggling monkeys. That was the alternative title.
We were looking at
smuggling monkeys.
These images of David Crosby. Speaking of, and we were loving these pictures of David Crosby. Joe, it's perfect. But did you see this one?
Yeah.
And do you know what that is?
That's from Hook.
It's from Hook, and that's actually David Crosby in Hook.
Right next to Glenn Close, which I told my folks about. They were pretty excited about.
And Phil Collins is in it, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he has that line where he goes, well, one does. You know that when he says that in that movie?
Well, one does.
When they're like talking about Neverland when they're trying to report the kids missing. He's like, oh, one does.
What is that? Oh, I don't remember. Man, that's Hook.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Hook in a minute. Did you finish Chimp Crazy?
It's still coming out. So
it's still coming out. Okay, so and what do you think? Like it's very anti don't own chimps.
I would say so. I would say it's very don't own chimps, yeah. And it's the same guy who does. There's some weird stuff with it. Like it definitely gets very interesting in terms of a docuseries. It takes a turn a little bit, and you're like, oh, I don't want to spoil that part, but it's pretty good.
I feel like these shows have to take a turn, or they're like
Yeah.
whatever. It's like it was fine.
Yeah, you can see the moment where they're like, "Oh, this is going to sell for a lot."
That's so great. And with making documentaries, it happens in the making of it process, like the filming process. And then they go like, "Oh shit, we got our turn."
Yeah.
That's a turn.
We found our turn,
The turn.
boys. Netflix, here we come. HBO Max,
Like
here we come.
Is it like a Dear Zachary turn?
Or a tickled turn.
I don't know what you guys are now talking about.
Don't watch that one.
Did you see Tickled?
You
Yeah.
can watch that one.
Tickled had the craziest turn I've ever seen in a documentary, I feel like.
What did you mention, Joe? To not watch?
Dear Zachary. That's a tough
Oh,
one.
really? Okay.
It's a documentary, docu-series.
It's a documentary. It came out, I think, SourceFed Times.
Damn, I wonder what is that, and that's a big turn?
Big turn.
A turn
Some
that's
would
not
say.
fun.
Some would say it's a big turn.
Okay. Dear Zachary.
Well,
Let's
now
watch
I
it
want
right now.
Let's watch it. Let's bring it up.
Let's bring it up. Let's just watch let's watch the trailer.
Science Theater, Dear Zachary.
Let's laugh about it.
Wow, that's a dude. That's a brand. Has anybody done that? Has anybody done the Mystery Science Theater, but only like super serious, tragic documentary?
Dude, that would
That's a
be
great idea.
insane.
I would love that.
That would be insane because it's like I feel like that would attract a gross fan base.
I actually think it could be done somewhat delicately to where it wouldn't be offensive and would actually be kind of funny.
I would love to see what documentary you think that would be.
I don't know.
Like maybe Tickled.
Yeah, something like that. I think
Because Tickled's like a little like it's not as heavy.
have you guys been turned on to watch of nonstop?
Oh my God! I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
No. Ah. I'm so sorry, Joe.
Steve, I want you to do the thing where you pretend like you're going in rewind, and I want you to try to make the coffin reverse. Go.
Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. Good.
You do it again. Try it again. I think it's very fun. Yeah, we'll take that Russian money.
Yeah, that was good.
Sorry, Joe. Repeat what you were saying.
I don't even remember. What was I talking about? Oh, Dropout. Do you guys watch Dropout?
What is that?
Dropout is the
Is that college humor?
college humor turned Dropout, and they do the really fun game shows.
Oh, is that
Holmes was
game
on it
show?
recently. Oh, go ahead.
Who was on it?
Pete Holmes.
Oh,
The game show where it's like a really cool set, and it's all people that seem like a couple rungs cooler than I will ever be.
Yeah. Yeah. Them.
Is that what they have? They have cool people.
Well, they have super smart and really great improvisers.
People
also-
we know.
Yeah, Iffy's on it sometimes. Jacob Wysocki is on it all the time.
Oh, maybe I've seen what it looks like, but
Yeah.
I was unaware of what it was.
70s vibe.
Cool
show.
setting.
Cool setting. Anyways, big fan. You guys should definitely watch it because I think you'd appreciate it. They're, in my estimation, the first show since Whose Line Is It Anyways that makes improv not seem too cringe and actually pull it off a little bit.
Cool.
It's like more natural or more, or it
Yeah, it
seems
just-
more organic.
Yeah, and it feels good, and the laughs don't feel forced, and they don't even have an audience.
Is that the secret recipe you think is like a half structure, half organic looseness?
I think the secret recipe is always going to be in the cast and how they're pulling it off because they're two different platforms. Whose Line had an audience, and when you feed off of an audience, I think that's really great. This show doesn't have an audience. They're just friends. It's more like G4, friends in a small crew hanging out and having a good time on a set, but they still make it work. But anyways, I was going to say Pete Holmes was on it, and they're starting to get more and more like, A-lister, like they're starting to really grow. And anyways, I just highly recommend you guys watch because the gameplay on Game Changer, which is a game show that changes every single time. You never know what you're getting into. It's brilliant, and I think they're the best show on the internet right now.
Is this a YouTube? It's all a YouTube?
The clips make YouTube and social media, but they're a paid subscription, their own platform, which like Rooster Teeth style back in the day.
Wait, so you can't just go to YouTube and watch the whole show? You have to it's a behind a paywall?
But they're very, very good at putting out just enough to make you want to go back and do it. And they have a very dedicated audience, and they seem to be growing a lot. I would say Rooster Teeth 2.0 at its inception. Like it's
really
it's really cool. But I think both of you would be awesome guests on that show, and you should look to do it.
All three of us would.
Well, if Elliot and I would be good, you'd be good too, Joe.
What the fuck what did you say?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, what? No, but you should look into it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would like to do that. It seems very fun. I mean, I just love that whole 70s aesthetic that people are doing right now anyway. Like, it's
nice. Yeah, a good set goes a long way too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, good cast is probably the most important part, but like that set, if the set looks sexy and nice and eye-catching, that's like a huge part of it, I think.
And it's not over the top. It still feels internet. Like they have a very nice set. It looks better than most YouTube stuff out there, but it still seems like
I feel like that matters.
No.
Especially if you're putting stuff behind a paywall, you're like, well, you can see where the money's going a little bit. That's so nice.
They had a great bit that I just watched where Sam, he's the basically head creative, I think owner, CEO, but also host of the show. And the last bit that they had was charm Sam's mom, and they had his actual mom come out on set, and the contestants.
Was she easily charmed?
What Jacob Wysocki does is just like next level internet shit. He basically gets incredibly sentimental about her son and how he has provided security.
That's so funny.
Starts crying, and then Sam starts crying, and you're just like, "What am I watching?"
Wow, cool. That's awesome.
It's so good.
It was like an actual tender, nice moment that makes you like tear up a little bit.
And then the other contestants are like, "You motherfucker!"
I know, because how do you beat that?
It's so good. Anyways, it's good. It's like old school good internet stuff. I would say source fed, Valleyfolk, like Smosh Pit, just friends hanging out and making really good content.
So what you're saying is we might have a legal case here because they're ripping off our thing.
Yes, I want to go chimpanzee on their asses.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll put their faces in their asses. On this show we're gonna put your faces in your asses.
I saw Beetlejuice.
So did I.
Did you see it, Elliot?
No. No. Well,
Don't
hit
have
me
any-
with it, guys.
Well, I'm just gonna hit you with it. It's a fun time. It's not the first one. It's a second one. There's some nice things in it.
Great.
I just couldn't believe as it was starting. I was like, we're really seeing another Beetlejuice. This is crazy.
Some cool
And
stuff.
then it's
Come on.
I got it.
Reverse it. Reverse it. Reverse.
Now, Kevin, forward. Put those in forward.
See how close you were.
And see how close it was. I don't think I liked it, Joe.
At all. I sat there thinking Steve might not like this.
Why do you even watch movies, Steve?
I wanted to like it. I wanted to. I went in with really low expectations, like I usually do, and I was just like, I want to like this. And I honestly think the best part of that movie was Catherine O'Hara.
She was great.
I think she stole the whole movie. Like everyone else was like, I guess they're doing as well as they can. Like
Keaton?
Winona Ryder was great. She really was very good. Keaton's just so tired. He's so tired in every scene.
There is a feeling of, I mean, everything's based off nostalgia these days. But like the best comparison that I can give you right now is, do you remember when you might have watched 5 minutes of the second Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
And you went, oh, it doesn't feel as good because they're old.
Yeah.
There's a feeling of that with every single character.
Yeah.
Across the board, except for Catherine O'Hara.
Dude, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, go ahead.
After you, please.
Well, I mean, Catherine O'Hara is a treasure, and she just like brings it. Like you just put the camera on her, and she'll just bring it. And I think I would say the same for Michael Keaton, but I just felt like
the energy wasn't there.
The energy just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I think that energy is what's so important about Beetlejuice. Because when you watch the first Beetlejuice, you're like, this guy's switching cadences and doing character bits and grabbing it. He's so physically there, and he's such a presence, and he just steals every scene he's in. And in this one, it's like, there was a scene pretty close to the beginning of the movie with Willem Dafoe and Beetlejuice.
Willem Dafoe was fun. Dude,
Willem Dafoe was fun, but you could have cut that whole thing out of the movie and it wouldn't have changed a thing. And it wouldn't have mattered. He just kind of was like, I was so disappointed. I felt like he was underutilized. I don't know. Maybe Tim Burton's just not like a great enough director anymore. But there's a scene where Beetlejuice and Willem Dafoe's character are on screen together. And it's so like sad because Beetlejuice is just there in the scene, like standing there and listening to everything Willem Dafoe is saying. And it's almost like it felt like I was watching a scene of like a real like cop drama, like someone's trying to solve a case. And Beetlejuice is just standing there like almost like they're not even rolling. Like Tim Burton didn't say action. And Beetlejuice is just standing there in the background while Willem Dafoe is just like asking him questions and stuff. And the whole scene is like not funny and not, it's just like, what am I looking at? Like, and then do you know what I'm talking about, Joe? And he's like asking him questions and he's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, is it a joke? What's the joke?
Yeah, well, we're more in his, I guess a slight defense, I suppose, of some things is that you're in Beetlejuice's world now, as opposed
to
being in the real world and having to be all manic and crazy. Like, you're living his day-to-day life in the afterlife.
It's just monotonous and boring.
Which isn't as crazy, right? That being said, I think all of your let's say gripes, criticisms are super valid. I'm just, from the look, the feel, the practical effects, being in the world again, not bad. I don't think it's anywhere near the first one, but I didn't hate it. I had some fun in it. And
cool.
Man, Monica is so cute.
Who is?
Monica
Bellucci. Oh yeah, she's great. But she's another thing that didn't have like a payoff at all. It was just like she's so intimidating and she's like killing people and then.
Joe, can you get a little closer to your mic?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
But then there were all these like really bizarre needle drops. Like some of them were fun. Like they literally play like an entire song while Monica Bellucci's character is like appearing or whatever. And I was like, what are we looking at here? Why are we here for so long? And we're watching her like staple her body and stuff, and you're just like, I think they're gonna play the whole song. They're not even cutting the song. There was just so many I just felt it felt weird, and not in like a good weird way. It felt weird in like because hours later I was like, it honestly felt like I woke up from a dream and was like, dude, I dreamt that we got a Beetlejuice sequel. And it was so weird and kind of fun, but right? It just felt like a dream to me.
Fair enough.
I I'm looking forward to seeing it. I was thinking about when you brought up the Dumb and Dumber. Wasn't the you're thinking what was it? Dumb and Dumberer was like the original prequel
Yeah,
thing
With
that they
those
did.
guys, yeah.
Yeah, and then they did what was the second one
Dumb
actually
and Dumber
called?
2.
I guess it's Dumb and Dumber 2.
TOO.
Two, yeah.
But like the original Dumb and Dumber thing was so you could relate to it because young men trying to eke by is like a universal theme. But when they were older, there was almost a homeless quality to them, or like a these people need help, like,
Yeah, dude,
and it
you're
was like
right.
sad, yeah,
You're right. Like this is not behavior for men this old.
yeah.
Like this type of
You
behavior.
guys need to grow up.
But the thing was like, it's silly that these guys are still acting that way. But you're right. There's an aspect of their age
Yeah,
that coupled with how they're behaving, where you're like,
and the look.
maybe this is sad and not fun.
Wait a minute, am I sad and not having fun?
This is maybe I'm sad and not
There
having
is a
fun.
way to pull that off, though, and
Somehow, yeah.
well, there is a representation of said thing, and you guys should watch Grumpier Old Men.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious. Grumpy Old Men is
I actually
funny
believe you. I believe you. Yeah.
really, really funny with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, right? Yeah, that's who it is. And they did two of them, and they're very good because it's two old men, elderly men, not acting like as they should, but it's way more grounded. It's in reality.
Yeah.
It's like literally grumpy old men going at it with one another. And
that was what was funny about the original Dumb and Dumber too. It's like that the surroundings were kind of more realistic because
Yeah.
like, and then that sequel they did was so over the top and cartoonish. Like it works if the characters are cartoonish and the surroundings are normal, but not when everything is just like,
Everything's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes you out of it, and you're like, well, I guess there's just no stakes here.
I told you guys the time that Luke and I met with Peter Farrelly, and he showed us an early cut of Dumb and Dumber 2, right?
Like
Wow.
the older guy version,
Hmm?
the
Yeah,
Dumb
yeah.
and Dumber 2,
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah.
the prequel one. What was that like?
We were meeting with him for we met at a diner in LA. It was very Hollywood stuff, and we just started having a general with him, and he was kind of talking to us about how we can maybe turn Mother's Day into a movie. And we go to his office, when his office was just some rented out cubicle space in some random building where his editor was stuck in a just in a corner in the back. I'll show you something. And he's like, "I want to show you some Dumb and Dumber 2." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That's crazy.
He sits there and he's showing us the opening scene, and I just remember Luke and I looking at each other. We were like, "Do we laugh? Do we have to?"
Oh man,
And
because
just-
it wasn't funny.
even there we were like, "Oh my god!" I mean, thank you for showing it to us. He was really cool, nice
Was
guy.
he laughing while he was watching it?
I can't remember. I just remember thinking like, "Oh my god, this doesn't seem like what it is. Maybe it's an early cut." And then it came out and it was pretty much the same thing. But that guy went on to win an Oscar. So what do I know?
Dude, I was in a similar weird situation with like some other influencers in the editing room for Anchorman 2.
Oh really?
Yeah, with Adam McKay.
Whoa!
That was fucking, it was cool, but it was like bizarre because it was like, let me show you guys some scenes we're working on, and it was exactly the same thing. It was like, I don't know. I guess I have to laugh at this because I'm like
remember-
sitting here with these guys.
One time, I was shown a rough cut of Independence Day 2, and I remember being like, "Should I laugh? Like, do I laugh? Like,
This is
funny?
Do
Like,
I
if you-
laugh?
I was like, oh, like they're good aliens. You have good aliens now. Okay.
They showed us a really cool action sequence, and I'm like, do I laugh?
Do I laugh? What is the deal?
Do I laugh at these jokes? Dude, Independence Day 2 was so bad.
It was so bad,
It's
and
like
I watched.
a fever dream.
I was by myself this past week, and I almost went out of my mind because I had just like that Quentin Tarantino meme when he's walking around and looking at the wall and like.
Yeah.
It was like that, but I watched 1/3 of Independence Day and loved it. That movie is great.
It's so good.
And then I stopped, but I was
There's
like,
something-
this movie is wonderful.
Yeah. There's just something about I don't know, man. Maybe it is just nostalgia, huh? Maybe it's just
Yeah.
because we remember how good it
'Cause
was.
I was watching it and I was like, okay, now I'm not a president, but if you had a bunch of spaceships that came into your airspace and parked over large monuments in the biggest cities in the United States, wouldn't you kind of say like maybe go ahead and start heading out? Like, and the president
Yeah.
doesn't. Like the president is like
Hey, stick around.
don't even worry about it
It's
until
fine.
it takes Jeff Goldblum to be like, they're gonna blow it. They're gonna blow
But
us
there
up.
was
It took me way longer than it needed to in a Google search to figure out that you were indeed not telling a joke, Elliot. And I completely forgot that Independence Day 2 was actually made.
Wait,
It
you
was
don't wait.
it was a
Really?
joke.
I
Yeah.
remember nothing about it.
There was like a ball.
remember-
There's a ball. There's like a white ball spaceship. I remember being like, oh, it's
I don't
white.
remember
That means
that.
it's a good alien. Or like a white cube or something.
I don't remember that, but I remember that they brought back Brett
Wolf.
Spiner.
Yeah.
They brought back Data, the scientist guy, and he's in it like quite a bit.
Died in the other one.
I know, but they brought it back somehow. I forgot how they brought it back. I don't think we actually saw him die. It was like, it was just choking him out and then it threw him or something and we didn't see. Or
They
did
made-
we see it kill
they made
him?
him-
That's so good.
Yeah,
How did he
and then
come back?
They made him talk. Like they went and put a
Yeah,
tendril
they
up.
used his, exactly.
They puppeted him.
That shit was so good. That
I love
scene
that.
is so good. I've never
I
seen
didn't even
anything
get to
like
that. I was so scared. I said, no, too scared to be
They
watching
haven't-
by myself.
Yeah, they haven't done anything like that in another like alien movie where they have like an alien talk through someone else. It's like so good.
Click on that.
Oh,
link.
that's right. And the government had it somewhere, right?
Is that what it is?
And they were
Are
like
you looking
studying.
at the picture?
Yeah, hang on, let me pull it up.
Remember nothing. I don't even. When did that movie come out? Was that like 2015?
Like,
When is-
yeah, something like
16.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that's the only thing I remember
I don't
because I
remember
just
that at
remember
all.
being like, oh, it's nice looking because it's a nice alien because it's round. I was like, I see.
Got a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Can I say something that might be a bit of a hot take? And I don't know. I don't know if maybe this is gonna get us in trouble or maybe we cut it out completely. But if you guys don't mind, I'd like to say something maybe a little controversial. Is that okay?
The floor is yours.
Okay.
Please.
I think Buffalo Wild Wings sucks.
I don't think that's controversial. I
Like-
like it, but I
like
don't
a
think that's
lot.
controversial.
Like I think that they should go bankrupt and go away.
So many jobs.
I know. Go
Are
somewhere
any,
else.
are any restaurants in that bracket actually good?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Like
Because yeah.
Grace and I will sometimes like ironically go to like Chili's or something like in
Yeah.
the middle of the day, and it's always like, this isn't good.
yeah, it's always cold and
Yeah.
and like it feels like a 13-year-old made it.
But Buffalo Wild Wings is for sure.
I think
I think you're
I
fine.
understand that Buffalo Wild Wings is like the allure of it is more about the environment. They have sports things happening all over everywhere you look, there's like another game happening. And if you really love that kind of shit, I get that that's like a perfect place to go with your bros and throw back some brewskis and have some mediocre, lukewarm wings. But the service, like, it's weird to hear. It's okay because a lot of these Buffalo Wild Wings locations are just like franchises, right? Like so it's not like Buffalo Wild Wings is running every one. They're like franchises, right? Like people like they're run by like local people probably.
Yes.
Right? Like I'm assuming. Well, the reason why I ask that is because there's this general idea that like the service is bad, it's really slow, everyone there sucks, and like they don't really come to check on you, and the check takes forever to fucking get, and and it feels like that's the kind of complaint you would get from like a specific location, and be like, let's just avoid that one because the service is really bad. But it is literally across the board Like it's almost as if they are trained to be bad.
It's in the bylaws.
It must be because it's impossible that it's so like do you guys like I'm sure you've been to Buffalo Wild Wings across the nation.
No, just here.
Just here in LA. You never been to one in Florida or like
No.
Is there a Buffalo Wild Wings in Florida?
I don't know actually. I don't know that there, maybe
like
probably.
It feels like there's a consistency in their locations that is like there isn't even one that's like better than the other. They're like all the same kind of bad.
What happened at specifically at a trying to get Grace to figure out how to sign up for NFL at the moment. It's like doubled. It's just so stressful to have to do these two things
at once.
Like,
yeah,
I'm like, leave me alone. We're talking about Buffalo Wild Wings. What specifically can you remind me happened at Buffalo Wild Wings that has turned you off so much?
Thank you.
I just it's one of those places.
This is like that scene with Willem Dafoe and Beetlejuice. What happened?
Well, to me, it's like I don't go often because it's not really like, if you want wings, there's so many other places to go to get like really good wings.
Name one.
Honestly, I wouldn't know where you would go. I feel like most wings taste the same.
It's funny because like you could go to then maybe you haven't had really good wings.
Maybe that's true.
Because there are places that are like they're like hole in the wall, like LA.
Still hasn't named one.
Yeah. They're literally just it's the funny thing about them is that they're literally just called like buffalo wings.
Oh, like, Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, it's like they're literally just called like wings or like hot wings. Like there's a place called Hot Wings that's like the best fucking wings you'll ever have in your life. And there is a difference. There is a difference between like because I mean at Buffalo Wild Wings, I feel like you could go to like the grocery store and get like frozen buffalo wings and throw them in your air fryer and you would make better wings than Buffalo Wild Wings.
I can see that.
Look, I think your Buffalo Wild Wings criticisms and opinions are incredibly valid because the place is garbage. However, to go there with a friend, this used to be Andy Mogren and mine's jam, you go, you sit in the bar, you have zero expectations, and then you order a shit ton of wings and beer, and once those wings get there, it may take a while, you have a pile of wings, and you have a beer, and you have good company, and it's great. And if that's your expectation for it, don't order anything else, because everything is garbage. And,
that's the thing. I hear you.
Go for what you go for. You go for that. We don't even go to watch sports there. We just go there because it just feels good to eat a pile of garbage and soak it down with some beers and get the fuck out.
I guess it's like, there's just like so many other options of piles of garbage that I don't know. Cause I get the social aspect of it and like having a beer with your friend or whatever. I get that part. But if you're in any kind of hurry or if you're just there to have wings and get the fuck out, then you're never going to get out of there. It's like literally like a 3-hour experience, even if you don't want it to be a 3-hour experience.
That's true. It is a place that sucks you in and you can't leave for
You just can't leave. Yeah. It's really bizarre, but whatever.
We had a similar experience recently at Dave and Buster's.
It's similar.
We'll go to it's like half-hour away and we'll like eat at the bar and then have like crappy food and then wait a really long time for it and then go play the games and then win a bunch of tickets and then win this thing, a Dave and Buster's bottle opener that you keep in your office, so when you have beer out here you don't have to go in there to open it.
Is that wrapped in some faux leather?
It is wrapped in faux leather.
I like that. I actually like that.
Dave and Buster's, yeah, I know, it's pretty nice.
What does the Circle side do? Is just to hang it somewhere?
That's a great question, Steve. I wonder the same thing, and you'd be surprised how often I try to open. What? Oh, it's a dick hole?
It's a dick hole.
This is a dick hole.
What if you could put it? You could get fully erect, hang it on your erect penis, and then come into the room and say, "Does anybody need a bottle opened?"
Yeah, and you can actually, depending on the shape of your penis, you can use either hole.
That's true.
If you have like an uppercase D-shaped penis, you can fit it in there.
I think the hole is for hanging it on something.
That's really stupid, Steve. It's for fucking.
Yeah.
Party trick.
But the reason why I brought up the Buffalo Wild Wings is because I went yesterday with my friend. We went, Brett Register and Matt and I and my girlfriend. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings after Beetlejuice. And it was
Little Beetlejuice still in Buffalo.
You know what was funny was like Brett was like, because I was kind of excited. I hadn't been in a really long time actually. Because, you know, like I said, I don't really like find myself at a Buffalo Wild Wings for any reason. But I will say I was excited. There's just a lot of disappointment happening that day. It was like I was excited about Beetlejuice, and then I was like kind of bummed out. And then I was excited about Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was really bummed out. And it was just like
the Beetlejuice experience actually tainted your Buffalo experience, and maybe
could have.
Maybe
could have.
There. I want to end the food talk on a positive note. Everything's way too fucking expensive. However, the fast food industry is starting to listen because they lost a lot of money because they made everything expensive. So, some hacks for y'all. Both Taco Bell and McDonald's have started like poor people value meals again, and they're pretty good. So you should look into those, but also get the app for McDonald's because you can basically get fucking free shit.
Oh, you get free food every time. Yeah, I
love
the
that.
McDonald's app.
I love ordering ahead and using that little parking space where they bring you your food.
That's nice.
Dude, McDonald's knows what they're doing, minus the price gouging, the absolutely horrendous price gouging. But besides that, man, them and Taco Bell, like we ordered Taco Bell last week and it was like we blacked out. Like we got it and I picked it out of the front driveway like a little pig, and it was like we lost time. There was like a time dilation thing where we just ripped open the bag and devoured all
like animals.
Yeah, and like we had to eat it immediately or someone was going to take it away from us, and it was incredible.
Like chimps to a face.
Yeah, and ordering Taco Bell, like you know you're in a bad. Like chimps to a face.
The monkey.
We were like chimps to a face.
The monkeys look at each other and go, face to ass. Face to ass. Like in fucking...
Every single day, if you're a freak, you can use that McDonald's app and you can get any size fries for $1.50 or some shit.
Yeah,
every day.
It's good.
And that's all we get.
I think McDonald's and Taco Bell are killing it.
And if you have wonder about apps in the car, that also works. You can order, and then your other friend orders on their app. You can use the deals twice.
Did you care about any of the cups?
No.
Did you get any of the cups?
Our workplace did. They're at our work.
Elliot, did you care about the cups?
The last ones I cared about were the Batman Forever cups in 1994.
But you saw McDonald's tried to like bring it back.
Oh, really? No, I did not see that.
The cups are back, but they're bad quality. They're plastic.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
which is already a big no-no. Not a fan of that. But people went nuts for them. I actually got one. I have the Beanie Babies one. You want to see it?
No.
They're garbage.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Wait, is that his ass? That was his ass. Was that his ass?
You guys want to see it?
There it is. Look at that. Just boring.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but you can tell it's going to come. That looks like you can't dishwash it.
Right? Like it'll just scrub everything off. But it's got little Beanie Babies all over it.
I like the design.
Like, there's a few things that should be illegal. You know? Racism. Murder. And any fucking dish that says don't put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, what's the deal?
What the fuck?
Why even make that?
But then you do it. You ever do it?
All the time.
You're like, oh, it was right.
Nope. Half the time. No, 3/4 of the time they're not right.
Dude.
Oh, like 3/4 of the time, like you can, like it comes out and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I really quickly, you guys remember Drew, the editor Drew from SourceFed back in the day?
All right.
He one year got me from he got me for my birthday like 3 years ago. He got me a Meg Turney like color changing mug for my birthday. I was like, that's really sweet. I open it up and it's literally like a mug and it has Meg's name on it, like her logo. It says Meg Turney. It's just a black mug. And I was like, well, that's really sweet and cute and weird and funny to get me. Because, you know, Meg, we're friends with Meg still, but we don't talk to her or anything. Like, she's got her own life going on. And, but I was like, Drew, well, thank you for the mug. That's really sweet. And he's like, put hot water in it. I was like, okay. So I put hot water in it, and it color changed to reveal Meg Turney's breasts, bare breasts.
What a great gift from you.
Right?
Now, what happened when you inevitably put it in the dishwasher?
It destroyed the mug.
Yeah, I did that with a mug that was like the the color changing thing, and I used it one time, and I put it in the dishwasher, and I was like, oh, never again.
Destroyed. And I was kind of sad about it because I thought, I'm like, this is what a crazy gift to get somebody, because it's like, this is your friend's bare breasts on a mug. But it got destroyed in the fucking dishwasher. I'm really sad about it, actually.
Also,
it would have been great if you would have, like, I don't know what those boobs looked like after the dishwasher, but you should have sent Meg a picture.
You're right. Like, this is a great. Love the mug.
The idea too of someone using that as part of like their morning routine and just very peacefully waiting, just there they are.
Oh my God, what a great people. Oh, we should find, oh God, a place of work, some corporate office.
And just replace all the mugs with like,
just like strategically put like 10 or 15 of those type of mugs. Oh my God.
That is all just brilliant. Like hardcore porn.
Oh my God.
Dude, but that could be brilliant marketing for someone who has like OnlyFans or something. It has like their OnlyFans name on it, and they just like strategically replaced all the mugs with their like color change OnlyFans ad.
Yeah, it is smart.
Brilliant. All right, well, guys, what a blessed Sunday. Blessed. It truly is the Lord's Day, isn't it?
Shout out to Meg.
Shout out to Meg. Check out her color change mugs if you want one.
See if we can get her on the podcast. Let's catch up with Meg.
That would be so fun, dude. That would be so fun. I can tell her about the mug.
And shout out to Trish as well.
Oh my God. I heard about it. I was talking to Brett about it last night.
Yeah, what happened? She was out of town, and apparently her house sprung a huge leak, and like 3 of her rooms got destroyed.
Oh, no.
Like, unlivable.
Oh gosh.
Poor thing.
So send her some loves.
Send her love. Maybe there's like a GoFundMe or something to help her out in some way.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, not a fun thing.
Not fun at all. Send your love to Trisha and Meg and all the whole gang.
And Tim Pool. God bless you guys.
And Tim Pool. Thank you, Tim Pool. And thank you to chimpanzees.
Fuck Tim Pool. I'd fight that motherfucker.